Oh, I tell you what, Newcastle United are not messing around this summer. Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Just a quick transfer update for you today, as we'll be live at 6 PM for the podcast, as we are every Wednesday. So let's dive straight into it then. Newcastle United are ready to swoop for Marc Guehi and Bryan Mbuemo. Two massive names, two very important positions that we have needed for quite a while, to be fair. On the right wing thing, fair enough to Jacob Murphy. What a season he has had. Stepped up massively. But he still needs competition there, and we still need another winger through the door. Even Miggy left and no one came in for him. If we could get Mbuemo, who can play right wing, he can play as a forward if and when Isaac gets injured or takes a knock or needs a sub, we can rotate. Gives a lot of versatility there, and Mbuemo's record in the Premier League this season speaks for itself. And then at centre-back, well done to Dan Burns. Season of his life. Yeah, unbelievable. Botman's had his injuries and Shaw's aging, but still playing top quality football. However, Marc Guehi, getting someone like him in, perfect age, leader, Premier League captain, FA Cup winning captain, England international. Two class names, class players that would boost us massively. We're really maintaining that top 5, top 4 finish of Champions League. Hopefully improving that and competing at the top level of the Premier League and domestically once again. And Champions League, baby. So these two signings would be sensational. Honestly, these would be transformative. And then we'd still look to get two more in as well, hopefully. You know, goalkeeper and maybe another forward, maybe midfielder. 2 or 3 more signings, 4 or 5 in total, including Guehi and Mbuemo, would really lift Newcastle and give us some real depth and squad improvement, but also that starting 11 would just go to a next level for me. It really would. But let's see the article that is from the Telegraph, and it's from Luke Edwards, and to be fair, right, not the best trusted source in my opinion. No offence to him, but you know, there's others that are better out there. I mean, Edwards the other week said Botman was out for the season and he started at Arsenal. So just take it with a pinch of salt. But we know anyways that, you know, Mbuemo and Guehi are top targets. We know Guehi last summer we spent all bloody summer trying to sign him. Didn't get it done, and Bryan Mbuemo was linked with everyone this year. You know, Man United have approached him, but according to sources, Mbuemo would prefer Champions League football. So pick the real United. Pick Newcastle United. Not that dead United. You know, it's not Alex Ferguson's chewing gum United anymore. Yeah? So get over it and choose the Toon. And apparently Man United are so focused on getting Cunha through the door from Wolves that we may be able to swoosh in and get Mbuemo early doors. And Eddie Howe's constantly talked about getting things done quickly and fast this window. So here we go from the Telegraph. Top targets this summer is Palace's defender Marc Guehi and Brentford forward Bryan Mbuemo. Ahead of a crucial summer, Newcastle are ready to make their move for these players. This is obviously on the back of yesterday's announcement, the shocking announcement that Sporting Director Paul Mitchell will leave at the end of June. The Newcastle hierarchy are under pressure to deliver for Eddie Howe in the upcoming transfer window. Telegraph Sport understands that the shortlist has been drawn up and the top targets have been identified, a budget has been decided, and everything, according to one well-placed source, is good to go. Everything is in place, all the work has been done on players and has been finished. Now we have to push the button and get those deals done. We know who we want. So despite that upheaval of Mitchell leaving, it is business as usual. Behind the scenes, there is a capacity to really go ahead and make things happen as quickly as possible. Mitchell is determined to make at least one key signing before he steps down in 4 weeks' time, especially as he has not made a first-team signing in the 10 months he has been in charge of recruitment. So Mitchell wants to finish off on a big signing, does he? Lovely, because a lot of the question marks yesterday was, well, why did he not just go now? What's the point keeping him at the end of June? Well, because from the 1st of June to the 10th of June, the transfer window is open. Remember that, people. The transfer window is open on the 1st of June to the 10th of June before the Club World Cup. Then it closes for a few days and reopens on June 16th till September the 1st. So there is scope and movement there for Mitchell to get things done before he does leave at the end of June. Listen, I said yesterday he did well on outgoings, getting money for Miggy, getting a decent fee for Lloyd Kelly, to say the least. So that was alright, but through the door, now it happened. A lot of that was due to PSR and FFP, so if we can finally get something done, get a big signing through the door, definitely leave on better terms, I think. And, you know, Guehi was the one that he failed in last summer. Palace were constantly pushing for 70, 75 million. Newcastle were in talks for months, even on deadline day still. Couldn't get him over the line. So if he can get a signing done, apparently that's what he wants to do. Wants to take that one off for this. So in his next job interview next week, he can go and look at, I signed Mbuemo at Newcastle. What a deal that was. 50 million, quality. Fair enough. You know what I mean? Fair enough. There we go. So that's what he wants to do, and that's what the club wants to do, is act quick on these deals. We know Eddie Howe has been a long-term admirer of Marc Guehi, the England international, as the ball-playing centre-back we have needed and looked at for the last 2 years. And it'll not be an easy transfer to conclude, though, a bit like bloody last summer. Every time you try and deal with Palace, deal with Steve Parish, it's a nightmare. So it's going to be tough, especially after Palace have qualified for Europe after winning their first ever trophy, the FA Cup, a couple of weeks back. 24-year-old Guehi is, though, moving into his final year of his contract, and Newcastle will look to make him one of their first signings in an ambitious summer. We will not go and reach the 65 million asking price they were quoted 11 months ago, but they do hope a compromise can be reached. I mean, surely it can. He's got less than a year left on his deal now. Looking what we're saying, 50 million? Double, like that £100 million on Guehi and Mbuemo. 2 quality players though, man. That's what you need to pay these days. So let's hope we can get a compromise reached with Palace on Marc Guehi. Just like Guehi, Brentford winger Bryan Mbuemo has been a long-standing target of the Magpies and a long-term admirer of Eddie Howe's. The North East club would make a move for the Cameroon international in the next few days. A fee between 50 million and 60 million would seem realistic. Everyone at Brentford accepts that Mbuemo is going to be on the move. The player himself has made it known that, he wants a new challenge. The 25-year-old is ready to kick on in his career and go to that next step, and that would be the Toon, that would be Champions League, that would be trophies, we hope so once again. Like I said earlier in the video, Newcastle have been wanting this right-sided forward. They've been wanting this centre-back for ages now, for the last couple of years. We've been after one. And then they're still looking to sign a goalkeeper, a striker to play alongside Isak, and possibly another central midfielder, with Sean Longstaff likely to leave his hometown club in the summer as well. The big thing on this is that Newcastle are ready to move, ready to splash the cash, and want to get it done quickly. Remember, Howe said the other day, speed is key for us. I've reiterated that many times internally. We have to be dynamic, we have to be quick and conclude things very, very quickly, because good players don't hang around for long. That's always been my thought, my message on recruitment, because you can have a period where you think you've got time, you look around, and then players leave and the opportunity's gone. So that's so important, and that speaks volumes for how we are looking to move and behave in this summer transfer window. Quick, fast. You can see how pissed off he was still off last summer, failing to get Guehi and dragging on for months. Let's get these players, or as many as you can, at least 1 or 2 top targets in right before pre-season kicks off. You want more than that, to be fair. I think 2 or 3, to be honest. If you can get Guehi and Mbuemo and a goalkeeper in, ready for that tour to Singapore and South Korea, all of that thing to build up for your pre-season, get them ready, get them well before that, to be honest, for the little Adidas Germany camps. I want to see them in Celtic, Celtic Park pre-season, get them in Glasgow. Get these players signed and done nice and early doors. Right, and I think that'll do for this video, everyone. Let us know what your thoughts are below on Newcastle making those moves for Guehi, for Mbuemo. Are those the right players? Who would you like to see Newcastle sign this summer? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video and get notified on all of our uploads, and we'll be back at 6 PM for the live podcast. See you then.